Welcome to FNaF News. I'm your host, the TNT Muffin, and today we're going to be talking about Funko, Youtooz, the books, and more. Starting off with the Funko news, we actually got a lot of stuff here today, starting off with some leaks leaked by Tony Mario Bros on Twitter. You can see here we've actually got 4 pop figures leaked that are going to be Holiday Freddy, Holiday Bonnie, Holiday Chica, and Holiday Foxy. Well, the image here doesn't say pop figures, but I'm pretty sure they were. So yeah, pop figures for the main 4 FNaF characters. I think that's going to be very cool. I assume they're not just going to be, like Freddy recolored to be Christmas colors. I think they're going to be like new molds, like they usually do for Christmas stuff. And if it is, Christmas pop figures, maybe it's possible we could get a new advent calendar this Christmas with pop figures, the Pocket Pops, instead of the pint-sized heroes. I think that would be super cool. It's possible that these figures could be the same recolors as we got for the pint-sized hero advent calendar, where we got the Peppermint Foxy, we got the Christmas Tree Bonnie, we got the Gingerbready, and we got the Present Chica. Honestly, I think that would be very cool. I like all of these guys. I like their designs, especially Gingerbready, so I'd be pretty happy with those, especially if they're actually like, new molds, not just the Freddy pop figure recolored to look like this guy. Either way though, pretty excited. It's interesting to be getting holiday stuff this early for leaks, because we're not getting that for almost a year from now, so it's kind of strange. While we're on the topic of leaks, we've also got some others here, which is a bunch of stuff. There's going to be action figures, which are going to be the Sun, the Moon, Circus Freddy, Circus Bonnie, Circus Chica, Circus Foxy, Balloon Freddy, and then exclusives, which are Balloon Foxy and Blackheart Bonnie, and then there are the 13.5-inch figures, which are Freddy, Bonnie, and the exclusive is Golden Freddy. We'll get to it in a little bit, but we do actually know now what the Jumbo Freddy action figure looks like. We're also going to be getting pop figures, which are going to be Circus Freddy, Circus Foxy, Balloon Freddy, Balloon Bonnie, Balloon Chica, Balloon Foxy, and then there's going to be a Balloon and Foxy Pop t-shirt, which is going to be flocked for the figure. There's also going to be Balloon Freddy keychain and a Balloon Foxy keychain. That stuff we actually have talked about in a different video, so if you want to get my thoughts on those designs for the balloon characters and what I think they're going to be, you can click that video in the top right of the screen, the card there. There's also going to be Mystery Minis, which is going to be Security Breach Wave 2. The original Security Breach Wave was a little disappointing, with it only being like 5 characters, which they just repeatedly recolored until they got 12, but this time, they could do that again, but we're also going to be getting new characters, of course, so that's going to be great. And you may be thinking, well, these are probably just going to be those balloon circus characters, because, it's the same wave as them. Well, no. They actually also forgot to say that there is going to be a second wave of minis, which is going to be the circus characters. So, yeah, 2 waves of mystery minis we know of. That's going to be awesome. Very excited for the Security Breach one. And then there's plushies, which are, all these are going to be exclusive, except for the Sun and Moon, which is Balloon Freddy, Balloon Bonnie, Balloon Chica, Balloon Foxy, Circus Freddy, Circus Bonnie, Circus Foxy, then the non-exclusive Sun and Moon. Then there's going to be Blackheart Bonnie, 16-inch Candy, and a 16-inch tie-dye Fun-Time Foxy for the Jumbos. I do want to point out there, Circus Bonnie is one of those plushies. We don't know what Circus Bonnie looks like yet. We've seen Balloon Bonnie, curious to see that. And then there are these snaps, and these aren't the ones we've seen revealed before. These are new ones that have been leaked. There's going to be a Glamrock Freddy figure, a 2-pack with Glamrock Chica and Montgomery Gator. There's going to be a Vanny one. There's a hallway playset with Vanessa. There's a Rec Room playset, Freddy's Room playset, and Monty's Room playset. I don't know what the Rec Room is, but that's cool. So this part I'm confused about, because the other Snap sets, they've all been FNaF 1 related, but these seem to not be. The hallway seems like it might be, but it's got Vanessa in it, and then there's other ones which are Security Breach stuff, like Freddy's Room and Monty's Room. If it's Security Breach, I don't know what hallway they're talking about. There's a lot of hallways in Security Breach, and none of them seem interesting enough to have a playset. But I guess we'll see with that in a bit. And then there's a soda figure, which is going to be Foxy. Like I mentioned before, the 13.5-inch Freddy action figure has been found here. You can see he's in a square box, not one of the hanging ones like the regular figures, because he's really big. He's going to be $50, or like 50 pounds, I guess is what this is, but I assume it's going to be $50 in the US. You can see he has a movable jaw, which is nice, so you can open it there. And on the back of the box, you can see there's Bonnie. The reason there's not Golden Freddy in the box is because he's going to be an exclusive. Unfortunately, of course, this is just an upscaled version of the Freddy action figure, so it does still have the upper teeth there, but that's fine, I guess. It is nice that you can open the jaw. I believe that the joints are not, removable. You can't take off his arm, which makes sense, because he's a lot bigger, lot heavier parts. They probably wanted to make sure that it's like secure and the limbs don't just fall off or whatever. So I guess that makes sense. I think it's kind of cool. I mean, it is very expensive and it's just a bigger version of the figure, but I guess it's kind of cool. Another thing that has been found is the Arctic Ballora action figure. Again, this one was found in Europe. It seems like the Funko stuff doesn't want to come to the US yet, but Arctic Ballora figure here, you can see, I don't know if I really like it. I don't like the clear material that they're using. It looks a little bit weird with the clear material and then the paint isn't. It just looks a little bit strange to me. But it is cool. Like, the mold they use is really good. It looks like Arctic Ballora. Weirdly, I don't know if this is true, but weirdly, I've heard that she's stuck to the base. Like, you can't take her off like the normal Ballora figure. Normal Ballora figure, you can remove it from the base because there's a little peg there. This one, apparently you can't. Another thing that's interesting is on the back of the box, it actually has Frostbear, like they're in the same set of characters, which makes sense, because, you know, they're both AR characters that are winter themed, but these two figures are releasing like a year apart, so it is kind of strange for them to be in the same wave, even though they're coming out way far apart. But yeah, that's all the Funko news. So now into the Youtooz news. Youtooz actually revealed that they're going to be making a Pop Goes plushie, which I think is very cool. Something to point out here is that this is actually one of the sitting down plushies, like they did with Vanny, which I'm very happy about because I like this style way more than the other one, and it would fit a lot better with the candy plush because that's what it looks like in game. Not talking about though, because we don't know if that's going to happen. But a Pop Goes Youtooz plush. I think this looks very good, at least from the drawing, of course. It looks like it's going to be very accurate. I like all the detailing. The style looks nice. I like that he's sitting down, like I said. He's got a tail, which is a nice detail. Yeah, I think this is going to be awesome, because, you know, the Funko Pop Goes isn't the best in the world, but he's cool. This one looks like it is going to be a lot better. I'm very excited to see what this guy looks like, and I'm also curious if we're going to be getting, like I mentioned before, a candy plush, because this style would perfectly fit that. Popping in here because Youtooz on their Discord has actually confirmed that there will be plushies for Candy and Ignited Freddy, so I'm very excited for that. There's going to be a second wave of Fanverse stuff, except this time it's going to be plushies. We've seen pretty recently that they're going to be making some Pop Goes pins as well, so I'm curious if we're going to also be getting pins for Five Nights at Candy's and the Droid Creation. I guess we'll have to wait and see on that one. While I'm popped in here, we actually have gotten another figure revealed, which is the daycare attendant from Security Breach. It's the sun, not the moon. I don't remember exactly if they said they're going to be making also a moon figure or not, but we do see the sun one here, which I think looks very cool. You can see on the back there, it's got like his wires coming out, because that's what it looks like on the back of the daycare attendant. I think that's cool. He's very detailed. I don't think he's missing anything. He doesn't really seem to have anything inaccurate on him. And, you know, the Youtooz stylized eyes look pretty good on him. I think this looks like a very cool figure. I know a lot of people are big fans of the daycare attendant, so it's going to be very cool to have this thing coming out soon. Another thing is that, as promised, Youtooz for New Year's Eve has revealed the Mangle figure that they're going to be making. I think this looks like a very cool figure, very detailed. It's really nice to get some accurate Mangle merch, because it doesn't happen often, and at this quality, it's going to be really cool. The endo parts, I think they would look cool if they were metallic. Unfortunately, though, they didn't do that for Ignited Freddy, so I assume they probably won't do it for Mangle. Some other news is that Just Toys has actually made a second wave of FNaF hangers. You can see here they're the Security Breach characters, this time holding phaser blasters. And then there's also the sun and the moon as figures, which I think is pretty cool. I don't really care about these hangers. I don't have any of the Security Breach ones, but if any of you guys are, there's that. So now into the book news. We've actually got two book covers revealed. First of all, there's the third Fazbear Frights graphic novel here, which has Ralpho from Bunny Call on the front. I don't remember exactly what the other stories are going to be in this book, if we know what they are, but clearly one of them is going to be Bunny Call. I think the art here looks pretty cool. And then the second book cover that got revealed, I'm personally more excited for this one. It's the Five Nights at Freddy's cookbook. So it's got the Security Breach logo at front, and then below them there's some pizza. I was under the impression that the FNaF cookbook would just be for stuff from, like, Help Wanted, but, you know, by the Security Breach logo up there, I assume that we're going to be getting some Security Breach recipes. So maybe some stuff from L Chips, maybe some stuff from... Are there any other restaurants in that game? So yeah, over 40 recipes are going to be in this book, all inspired by Five Nights at Freddy's. I think it's a pretty interesting idea. And then the final bit of news here is that a bit ago, I missed this news somehow, but Hex revealed some designs for withered animatronic plushies. You can see here there's withered Foxy, withered Bonnie, withered Chica, and withered Freddy. Withered Bonnie here, you might be wondering, why does he have a face? Well, that's because it's actually going to be removable, which I think is a pretty cool detail. I'm not really sure how they would do him without magnets. I guess they would just not have him with the face that you can take off. But I think they look pretty good from the drawings. Not sure what it's going to look like when they actually make the plushies, but I guess we'll have to wait and see. Also, yeah, Withered Freddy does look very big in this drawing. I assume he's not going to look that big when it's an actual plush. It's probably just going to be the same size as the others. But that's all the news we have today. If you want to subscribe, you can click the button on top of my head. If you want to watch one of my last news videos, you can click that button over there. And if you want to see some other video I made, you can click that button over there. And I'll see you when we get some more really cool Five Nights at Freddy's news.